What's good, everyone? It's Survival World, episode 8 time. I hope you're ready. Last episode, I built this like greenhouse apiary thing for bees. They're chilling inside. They get stuck on a lot of things, but they're here and they're vibing. I love bees. Probably my favorite mobs in the game. Well, I don't know if that's actually true, but they're definitely up there. We're one of my favorite mobs in the game. I really like this build. This is one of my favorite things I've built in this world so far. It might be my favorite, honestly. And I also built this tree over here, which might be my favorite tree. So all in all, last episode, really good building episode. A lot of you guys seem to enjoy it. I mean, you guys are just crushing this series in general. Like, genuinely, thank you so much. It's insane. Every time I upload one of these videos, they get a lot of comments and a lot of people saying, like, they can't wait for the next one and stuff. I just, I appreciate everything. But the bees are chilling. I can actually shear some of this stuff. I do need to clean up my mess from last episode. I actually never did that. Let me harvest up this honey, and I can actually start stockpiling some of this. I still have to fill this completely out. I've been using the honey that I've been gathering to wax the roof, and I think this should be the end. I'm pretty sure there's only like 3 more pieces of this copper that I need to wax. Okay, that one. That one. And I think that's it, actually. It's just 2. Yeah, okay, so I can actually use the rest of this to make more beehives, and then we can profit. All right, 4 more beehives. Is that enough to finish off the entire farm? That was enough, and I have 1 to spare. Sweet. Maybe I'll use this decoratively at some point, because, the top texture of a beehive is actually really cool. It's a pretty good, like, floor texture, I think. And some of these textures are pretty nice. They look like cabinets to me, occasionally, if you put them next to a couple other things. I think beehives are actually a pretty nice decorative block. All right, I should probably start tackling this chest monster that I have over here. I will actually take some of these blocks out, and I'm going to store them in the new building. Like, all the flowers that I have, and also, like, some leaves and some moss bits, I'm going to actually put these blocks in this new building, and this is where I'm going to just store them. I threw a bunch of stuff in these chests just over here. We have, like, different colors of flowers kind of separated. Those are, like, yellow mainly. We have, like, red and orange down there, blue in this one, like, purple and pink, white over here, and then also I have my moss up here now. And I have some leaves down here, and then just like miscellaneous stuff that I could use as decoration. So that's what this building is going to be for, along with all the honey, which I actually have to dedicate a chest for. I'll put the honey back here. And the beehive up there, why not? Now though, let me clean up the rest of this chest monster. And I'll be back to talk about the plans for today. Everything is now cleaned up in this area, so the build is now entirely complete, I guess. But I want to address a couple of suggestions I got in the comments of last episode. The first one is, as I was mining my pumpkins, I mentioned that I wanted to put something on top of the jack-o'-lanterns to like differentiate them from the rest of the pumpkins so I don't, keep mining them. And a lot of people suggested sea pickles. I think that's a great idea. It would look like the stem. It would kind of look cool, and it would make me not mine them. So I think that's a really cool idea. I just have to get some at some point. I just wanted to point out that I did see those comments, and I think that's a great idea. The second thing is, last time I said that you can break the furnaces in a super smelter, and you would get all of the experience that was in the furnaces, and that is still correct. But somebody mentioned that you can put a lever on here, and then flick it off, and then smelt like one thing, and then grab that, and then that should give you the experience. So I want to see if that works. I think this is what they were referring to. The only difficult part is going to be getting to that furnace and that furnace. Every other furnace should be easy to get to. I don't think I can get to this one or this one without breaking blocks. That absolutely does work. That's really cool. That is interesting. I had no idea that worked. Great tip. Thank you so much. I'm not going to lie, I still do think I'm just going to break them. With this setup, it's really not that hard to put them back. So I don't mind just breaking them. So thank you so much for those suggestions. Now, let me briefly go over the plan for today, and then I can name the new YouTube members, because we got a few more that need to be added to the YouTube member barrel. The plan for today, though, is to kind of get this area finished, in quotes, because it's not going to be completely done, but just everything that I've built so far, I want to wrap up this entire area, because we are on day 423. Getting pretty close to day 500. And on day 500, I would like to provide a world download link in case anyone wants to look through this world themselves, look at my builds more in depth, or do just anything, whatever they want to do. It's going to be completely free. It'll be just open to everybody. It'll just be at day 500 in this world. And I'll also probably make a 500-day movie for this series. Those are some of the most popular videos on my channel. People really like watching my long movies, and I think they mainly use them to fall asleep too, but it's fine. You know what? They still watch them, and more importantly, they watch all the ads. No, but yeah, so I'm probably going to do that again on day 500. And I want to just get this area into a good spot before then. So the focus for today is just this starter area. I want to connect up the pathways completely. I want to design all the pathways, probably add in a bunch of custom trees. A bunch might be a bit subjective. That can mean like 3, or it can mean like 8. It depends on how I'm feeling. I think I might also deal with the YouTube member hall, the council hall over here. I'm thinking about actually working on the interior of that a little bit today and tweaking the exterior a little bit more based on the feedback I got in that episode. I'll probably connect a pathway all the way over there too, do a little bit of terraforming. It's going to be a bit of a busy episode. We're going to do a lot of stuff around this area, but I think it's going to be a good one nonetheless. And there's actually still some other things I want to do just aside from building around here. And honestly, the first thing after I name the YouTube members I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to go mining. I need more diamonds. My tools are looking bad, and I think I only have 4 diamonds to my name. But let's do the most important part of the video. Let me go name all the new YouTube members and also rename a few of the current YouTube members. All right, so let me introduce everybody to the new YouTube members, the new Shram Lambs. We have Gerard Pons, Josh De Berardinis, Selly Beans, Barely Lucid, and Reese Denton. They will be joining the YouTube member barrel, which I actually need to get another one. I'm actually just gonna tap into this barrel stack over here. I have filled up 2 barrels. That's insane. There is actually also 2 stacks of eggs in here. I feel like I can't move them. This is their spot. There are a couple other people that I do need to name. Still Zacky Poo Poo as well, of course. Best name probably in the Shram Lambs, I'm not going to lie. Wolfie wants to be a bucket of axolotl. I have to go get an axolotl, and then I can do that. And then Herple Monkey wants to be a pearlescent froglight. That's also going to take a little bit of time. So I'm going to put that one off to the side for now. I will get all of these done at some point. Whenever we actually go find sea pickles, I should be able to get a coral block. Though, I think I need Silk Touch, right? To preserve the color of the coral block. I'd imagine Zacky Poo Poo doesn't want to be a dead coral block. Maybe you do, Zach. I don't know. But I'm probably going to make you some colorful one. And then the pearlescent froglight, that just takes a minute. I have to go get frogs, raise them, take them to the nether, all that fun stuff. And then bucket of axolotl, I just have to find an axolotl. Maybe I can find a lush cave today. I don't know. But those are all the new YouTube members, and I also changed a couple. Oh, I forgot to mention this. I changed a couple YouTube members. We got Silent Sharpie. They said they wanted just to be a cyan block. I think this is the closest thing I have to cyan right now. Cut copper is also one of my favorite blocks in the game, so I hope that's good enough. D-Star Gaming wanted to be a stone brick, so there you are. Also, I am reusing a couple blocks. I'm sorry. Like Josh here and Snarn are both the new tough brick. I'm sorry I am reusing blocks. It's just I have a lot of members now, man. It's getting difficult to find a unique block for each one. I do want to say this as well for any of the YouTube members or future YouTube members. I'm not going to name anyone the Dragon Egg. Somebody has asked that already in my comment section. I just don't want to name the Dragon Egg after someone because there's only one of those, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if there's any other block in this game that you can only get one of. But just know if it is a limited block like that, I'm not going to be naming that after a YouTube member. But with all the YouTube member shenanigans out of the way, I think it's time for me to go mining. And I'm tired of eating baked potatoes. I've been doing this for a little while now. I am going to clear out my cows a little bit. Let's breed them up and then only leave the babies. This should give me a ton of food. I also got a friend last episode. One of the days I recorded was Halloween. So I trapped this zombie with a pumpkin on its head in a boat. And there is a skeleton also with a pumpkin on its head. Hold on. Let me fly over here real fast. It's under this stripped oak pillar. Oh, did he despawn? I don't think he despawned. I'm gonna turn on full bright for a second. Maybe just because I'm not close to him. But he is in a boat. I'm hoping nothing happened. I'm hoping he is still there. There is one more comment I wanted to bring up. I forgot to bring this up last time. But when I built this tree 2 episodes ago, somebody commented, it was Croc, 0178, and they said, "Hi, I am a landscape architect. The tree you are seeing is probably a white pine. They typically have a straight trunk with upward growing branches. The needles are very acidic and provide a quality soil additive for rhododendron. So maybe adding some azalea shrubs near/underneath would look nice." And I like that idea, so I kind of want to do that. Makes the tree a little bit realistic, I guess. I really appreciate the comment. Thank you so much. So let me just grab a few of these azalea bushes. Where did I put those? I'm already forgetting. Right here. Okay, so I'll get a couple flowering azaleas and some regular azaleas and then maybe some moss carpet. And actually a little bit of moss. Why not? And then I will throw in a couple of these. I don't want to do too many. I don't want to go overkill with it. Maybe like 4 or so could be a good number. And you know what, actually? I'm going to put one in the ground. Yeah, let me put a couple in the ground. That looks nice. And then just a little bit of mossy carpet. Okay, I like that. I think that's a nice touch. Cool. Another pretty long intro, but I got a lot of things to do in the beginning of these episodes, all right? You guys comment a lot of things, and I like addressing the comments right away. I do think I am now ready, though, to go into the caves, but I have a shield, I have a water bucket, bunch of torches, and I have all my tools. All right, I wonder if this goes down anywhere. Looks kind of promising over there. Okay, yeah, this is where I want to be. That goes down pretty deep. I didn't bring my diamond armor. It's fine. Hopefully, I'm good with just the shield and the iron armor. Oh, this place is huge. I do want to answer some questions while I'm mining down here. First question here is by Trexel K. They ask the top 3 things on my Minecraft wish list that you feel would make the game more enjoyable to play. I've said this before, but the thing I want the most is different colored leaves. Like, I want, like, red and orange leaves, or yellow or something. I think it would be really nice to build a genuine, like, fall tree without having to use non-leaf blocks. And there's some diamonds over there. Let's get it. That's probably the thing I want the most in this game right now. Number 2 on that list, I think would probably have to be mossy variants of every stone. I've also mentioned this before, but I think mossy deep slate and, like, mossy granite, mossy diorite and stuff would be so, so good. I could just imagine all the possibilities with those blocks in vanilla Minecraft. More diamonds, awesome. We're getting closer to our full set of diamond armor, and even more diamonds over there. And I think my final thing, it's a pretty basic answer, but it would probably be some sort of like end update. Or just like more things to explore in the end, I would say. The end is a little bit bare. I do like raiding end cities, but I just wish there was more blocks that you could only get in the end. Like, I think like a purple type of wood would be really cool. Or something like that. I think I'm comfortable with that being my top 3. I didn't give it too much thought. But those are 3 things that I really want in this game. I don't know if this question was specifically for the Q&A, but I'm going to answer it in this section of the video anyway. This is by Caleb Williams, starting quarterback from the Bears. No, but they ask, do I find it frustrating sometimes doing tasks like mining that are easier with better equipment that I'm choosing not to get? So they're kind of just commenting on the pace I'm setting for myself in this world. And I would say no. I think me back in the day, I might have been really inclined to use villagers by now, get the best tools possible, get fortune, get silk touch, all that stuff. But I don't know, man. I've just been, with this world specifically, I've just been super, super vibing with the slower pace. The pace I've been setting for myself in this world has actually made me really want to play it. I've never really been one for like rushing a world or like speedrunning or anything like that. I would normally even take my time in my hardcore worlds. Like if you go back and watch any of those, I wouldn't usually fight the Ender Dragon until day like 200, 300, something like that. So I was never like super efficient with my time in Minecraft, but I feel like dialing that back even more has just made me appreciate this game just a lot more. Just been kind of enjoying the grind so far. But thank you so much for the comment, Caleb Williams. Can you please throw the ball to DJ Moore soon? He's on my fantasy team and I'm struggling. The Snoop Next Door, 1933, asks me if I could have one wish and it can't be for more wishes, what would I wish for? $300 billion. Now, hold on, wait, I messed up my DPI. Are we good? Okay, we're good. No, I don't know what I would wish for, man. Like, for everyone to get along? World peace? Like, is that a basic answer? That seems like the right answer. I would say to like end like world hunger or whatever, but I don't know. I think world peace is a better answer. Yeah, it sucks people are hungry in the world too. Like, absolutely. But man, everyone's so mad anymore. Everyone's just so pissed at everyone else. Like, people are just trying to live their lives and people are just mad. I'd probably just wish for, like, everyone to relax. Just a little bit. And I think everything would go so much more smoothly if they did. Now, realistically, I would wish for no more baby zombies in this game. They are the worst. They should not be here. More important than world peace. Getting rid of baby zombies. Or mosquitoes. That's 3 diamonds on my screen right now. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Yeah, but like, yeah, getting rid of mosquitoes would be kind of cool. Like, what do they do? There's so many diamonds here. But like, what do they do? What do they do like positively for the environment? You know, most of those diamonds were just one. Oh, never mind. This is why you always mine around your diamonds, boys and girls. All right, there are girls who watch my stuff. Spooky deep dark. Don't want to be here too much longer, but there's diamonds. All right, if I just sneak up, if I just whisper, we should be all right. Oh. Maybe I'm not okay. I don't think anything tattled on me, though. We should be fine. Next question. We got Jacob Slizek, 2295. As a fellow left-handed individual, tell us more about your suffering in a world made for righties. It is tough out here, boys. And girls. I just addressed this. It is tough out here. All right? Being lefty, the worst. You want to write a lot of notes? Yeah, great. Now your entire hand is covered in graphite. You want to like sit down and write comfortably in a classroom? Yeah, tough luck. There's probably only righty desks. There's likely like 5 lefty desks. If you don't get them, you just have to be completely uncomfortable writing for the entire class period. Oh, what's that? Your teacher calls you up to the whiteboard to solve like a math problem or something? Yeah, great. Now the entire whiteboard is smudged and your hand is now red from the marker. It sucks, all right? I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. Keep looking for more cave. I don't know where I came from. And don't even get me started on cutting using scissors. Man, you righties, take that for granted. Using scissors, being able to cut things effortlessly. So jealous for you all. Of course I am exaggerating, but real talk, not being able to use a lefty desk sometimes really did suck. That was like actually so uncomfortable. In a lot of my college classes, there weren't any lefty desks, or I just had to get there like super early to ensure that I got one. That's my one like genuine complaint about being left-handed. There just was not enough desks. And I understand it to an extent, right? Like, you don't want to have an even number of desks because there's probably not an even number of lefties and righties in the class. But I can still complain, okay? Though one thing that being lefty actually did help me out with was I played a lot of baseball growing up. Played baseball for like 14, 15 years. And my main position was pitching. And everyone struggled to hit my pitches just because I was lefty, I think. It just looks so different considering everyone else that you're facing is probably righty. So I guess that's a small advantage that I got. But yeah, man, fellow left-handed people, rise up in the comments. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask one of you guys, I don't care who it is, just someone to comment saying like lefties rise up or something. And then we'll all respond in that thread. And that'll be a safe space for lefties. And in order to comment, you have to send a video of you trying to cut a piece of paper. And if you can do it, you're not allowed to comment. No, but for real, somebody please comment lefties rise up. I will respond to it, and we'll have an army. I think I'm gonna answer 2 more questions. So second to last one, Sweats Lord. That's how I'm pronouncing that. Don't know if that's correct, but we're gonna go with it. I have 2 questions for you. What kind of music do you like? And if you're in college / graduated, what /did you go for? I've actually been asked a lot lately in my streams what my taste in music is all about. And I'll respond with the same kind of response I gave in those streams. So I've been into like some heavier stuff lately. I like Motionless in White. They're one of my favorite bands at the moment. I like them. I like Ice Nine Kills as well. They're pretty good. But I also like some like pop punk kind of music. Like I think the Home Team is probably my favorite overall band right now. If you haven't listened to them, I would highly recommend the Home Team if you like a pop punk kind of vibe. I really like all their songs. Their most recent album is incredible. So very much recommend them. My favorite band of all time, I would say, is the Dirty Heads. They have like a couple different genres of music in one. That's a creeper. I tried to put my shield up and oh my, that's so annoying. I've reviewed the footage and does it not look like my shield is up in this frame? This is like the frame right before I die. This is such an annoying death. I had torches in my offhand, and I think that kind of prevented me from pulling up my shield fast enough. It looks like I just jumped right into that creeper, but I promise that wasn't the plan. Man, that's an annoying one. Oh, that's a frustrating one. I need to find my stuff. I had a lot of diamonds. I'm going to spawn at spawn. Yep. Where do I even go from here? I think I was off in this direction. But like I was saying, I'll continue answering the question. My favorite overall band is probably the Dirty Heads. They have some like nice chill, like reggae kind of stuff. They rap a little bit. They kind of have a pop punk vibe in some of their songs. I just like them overall. I've seen them most in concert. They're my girlfriend and my favorite band. And before I answer the second part of the question, I think I'm just going to run back home, grab some tools and armor and stuff, and then just try to retrace my steps. I don't think I'm going to find my stuff. I guess while I'm just running back home now, I will answer the second part of the question, what I went to school for. I graduated from Penn State University with a degree in mathematics. Big numbers guy over here. I like me some math. Let me anger this iron golem again. You smell really bad. The last question I'm going to answer is by Chitin VTuber. They ask a couple different questions about my cats. How old is Cat? Both cats are 3. They are the same age. They are sisters. They love cuddles. That's the second part of their question. Do cats like cuddles? Yes, they absolutely do. The long-haired cat I have definitely sheds a decent bit, but it isn't really an issue when it comes to her laying on my computer. She does that all the time, but I don't really notice any hair up there. We have a bunch of little like brushes and stuff that we usually brush her with to get a lot of her fur out, but she does shed a lot. The short-haired cat, not nearly as much. But those are all the questions I'm going to answer in this video. Thank you so much for your questions in the comments. Now, please let me be able to get my stuff back. I'm going to die in this snow. Okay, I'm good. But please let me be able to get my stuff back. Yes, okay, this is definitely where I went in. I can't make that water bucket. Let me put this water down. It's down here somewhere. I'm pretty sure it was right here. I'm fairly certain this is where I died. Yep, that's definitely it. I just looked back at the video. This sucks so much that I just lost all my stuff. I had like 40 diamonds on me and my really good axe. I am going to head back home now though, and I think I'm going to do some mining off camera. I don't want to have like 2 mining sessions in this video. I just feel like that'll be too much time spent mining. I'm mainly just upset that I lost my axe with good enchantments on it. Maybe I can get back up to level 30 at some point today again, and we can re-enchant an axe. Now, unfortunately, that mining trip that I just took was not nearly as successful, but I do now have 20 diamonds, and I should probably use these to get some new tools, though I do want to finish off my armor. If I finish off my armor, that leaves me 8 diamonds, which could be enough to make everything else that I need. I think I'm just going to go that route, because once I make all the armor, I'm not going to need it again, probably. Like, it's pretty rare. I feel like that diamond armor actually breaks. So now I'm completely covered in diamond armor, which feels very good. I already do have a pickaxe and a hoe, so I actually don't have to make those at the moment. And a sword isn't even all that important. So I'm just going to make an axe. And I do already have a shovel, though I should probably make another one. I'll wait on the shovel for right now. I just made an axe. I have 5 more diamonds left. And hopefully we can enchant some of this stuff soon. That way it doesn't break. I am just going to keep making iron swords, though. I feel like I don't need a diamond sword right now. At least until I get that, like, fully enchanted and whatnot. So at least we got some diamond stuff back. It still really sucks that I died. I'm still really upset with that. At this point in the video, though, I want to start doing some work around this area. And the first thing I'm going to do is texture up all of the retaining walls that I have built. So, last time I textured up this little section. I'm actually unsure if I even pointed that out in the video. But when I was putting the final touches on this building, I textured up like the front part here of the retaining wall and a little bit by this like little staircase that I built. But up here, the second level is completely untextured, and then like half of this bottom wall is untextured, along with this entire retaining wall back here. So I'm going to run through and texture up every single retaining wall that is only cobblestone right now. I'm probably going to do a combination of the texturing techniques that I've used so far. So in a lot of the places, I'm going to have moss, some mossy cobblestone, some regular cobblestone, and some regular stone. Almost said smooth stone, but I caught myself. And also in some other cases, I'm going to have this deep slate and basalt and tough gradient. I really like how this turned out. So I'm just going to run around for a while and get that all done. And I'll be right back with something else to do. Alright, so I have now gone through and detailed these retaining walls a little bit more. We have some mossy patches, we have some darker patches with the basalt, the deep slate, and the tuff, and it's also done for these walls back here. And I also put another staircase to get up to this level, though I do have to still put the spruce slabs everywhere that they need to go. But the walls are looking a lot better, in my opinion. Definitely way better than just having cobblestone here. Next up then, I think I would like to work on the pathways, because as of right now, they are very basic, and it's not even completely connected where I want it to be. I did completely detail this pathway on the build last episode. I don't think I'm going to change this at all. And my cat is currently using the litter box. I'm sorry if you can hear her scratching. She doesn't understand how to scratch the litter, I don't think. She mainly just scratches the side of the litter box. Don't know what that's all about. But anyway, this pathway I think is completely done. I really like how this looks. And I'm probably going to use a little bit of this pathway in other spots. Around the farms, I feel like I'll use this exact design with the coarse dirt and the rooted dirt. But then like over here by the mine entrance, I'm probably going to have like some stones and some coarse dirt broken in. And then I don't know what to do, like, here. Maybe just coarse dirt. Coarse dirt looks really good bordering regular path block, in my opinion. I can always throw some, like, moss and bone meal on the outsides as well. I'll do something. We'll get a little bit funky with this pathway design. And again, up here, I don't really know what to do. I'll probably just do some coarse dirt. I do want to connect up the pathway, like, everywhere. So, for example, this kind of comes down like this and ends right there. I want to extend this around here, and probably around here too. I think going all the way around the wheat field would look pretty nice. I will eventually have more buildings up here, so this pathway will continue up and actually go places. For now, though, I think I'm just going to stop it, or maybe I'll extend it to the tree. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to stop it right here. I just want to make sure all my builds, like all my buildings are connected, and as long as I can get that done, I think I'll be good. Because I don't know what the pathway is going to look like up here. I don't know how the other buildings are going to go that I'm going to build in future episodes, so I don't want to make a whole pathway and then have to tear it down. So that's the plan for right now. Let me go grab some more blocks, and then I can try to come up with some kind of pathway design for each of our little sections of our civilization over here. Of course, though, let me take a nap first. Your boy sleeps a lot. I just always sleep the night away. I don't know. I'm not too concerned right now about like adding new buildings along the pathway. I think I'm mainly just looking to beef up the current pathway that we have and just connect it to everything that we've already built. I will definitely have some more buildings like attached to this pathway somewhere, so there's going to need to be some alteration in the future, but this will definitely act as a very good start. Our first step with these pathways is just connecting everything up. So now I think all of my builds should be actually connected, just with regular path block at least. Oh, except for the council hall, that is. I will get that connected here in a minute. I have fought so many waves of you guys. Leave me alone. You guys have never gotten the best of me. Oh, also I had to retire my red bed that I had before. I think I lost it when I got killed earlier. So now we have an orange bed. Gonna try to keep this bed for a long time. But yeah, the grass is now all put in, and the coarse dirt and rooted dirt is put in. So I think this is probably going to be the final pathway design for this area. Doesn't look too much different, but I think it definitely helps. It at least ties this area in with the building we built last episode, of the apiary. So that's good. Maybe I can put more flowers around here too, but I kind of wanted to mainly concentrate the flowers up here, where the bees are. Alright, so now that I have that done, let me go and get like a generic pathway design for like my middle section here, just by the pond. I think I'm going to do a very similar thing. I'm not very good at designing paths, I'm not going to lie. Mine always turn out to be very basic. I'm probably just going to do a really similar thing, but just with like only coarse dirt instead. I could break in some mud. I do have some of that on me. I think coarse dirt and mud look nice together. And once again, I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit more grass. I really like decorating with just short grass. Like normally I would like bone meal this whole thing. I think I've had this conversation before. Typically I would just bone meal this whole area. But I think manually placing the grass has been a lot more effective for me. I think bone mealing is just the lazy approach that I used to take because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I've been a much bigger fan lately of just putting little blotches of grass all over the place. I'm going for like an overgrown effect, but not too overgrown, you know? I want this to be a pretty overgrown section. I'm going to use actually some moss for this, I think. And I do have some bone meal. Yeah, so let's just bone meal this moss all over the place. I actually really like this little section. Incredibly simple. There's also still a torch back here, but just pretend you didn't see that. Incredibly simple, but it works. I think bone mealing moss works pretty well. I've been a bigger fan of doing that over grass lately, but sometimes it does get a little out of hand with all these like azaleas, but I feel like this is actually a decent number of them. It's not too many and not too few. I'm comfortable with it. And this is like the main pathway design I was going to go with. It's incredibly similar to the farmland. The only thing different is that I used some packed mud instead of rooted dirt, but even still it looks like the same. I don't mind that at all. I think it works. It ties the area together quite nicely, and if you just look a little bit, you can see that it is different. Now over here, I do want to incorporate some stones. And I've done this before, but stones and mud together look really nice in my opinion. So the way I'm going to do this, let's just get a little bit of mud next to this coarse dirt. And then a little bit of stone kind of extending off of that. Just to kind of complete the mine entrance feel, you know? I'll texture up this stone as well with a little bit of cobblestone. And I also have some andesite, which I don't know if I'll work in. This might be too crowded of an area. Yeah, something kind of like this. And then we can work in a couple buttons. 5 stone buttons should probably be plenty. I'll throw these on a couple of the blocks on the outskirts just to kind of look like little pebbles. And there you go. Incredibly simple. But I think that looks better than, you know, what it was before. Now, I think the only path area I have to design is just over here, next to the super smelter. And I'm thinking we just go with the base path design. I think it looks really good. Maybe a little bit more coarse dirt in this area, because there's a coarse dirt floor on the inside here. So I'll try to sprinkle a good bit more of that in on the outskirts, and maybe just in the middle of the path here, just to blend it together. And that's looking good. Like I said earlier, I'm really not too big into like really over detailing paths. I think keeping them simple is the best way to do things. I actually think the regular path block looks really good. And I like using that as the main block and just kind of adding little things to highlight it a little bit better. That's my favorite way to go about pathing. There's a ton of ways to do it. A ton of better creators to look at for pathways, for sure. It's definitely an upgrade over what the pathways looked like before. Oh, I still have to do up here too. Forgot about this one. But it's definitely an upgrade so far. I really like the rooted dirt and coarse dirt pathway that I did by the farmland, so I'm going to continue that one over here. Let me just make sure I don't accidentally spleef Phantom or Mangrove Swamp here. Of course, those are the dogs, if you missed that episode. Rooted dirt is such a good block. I gotta use it more, especially around these trees. I feel like that makes a ton of sense. I also have to figure out what to do with, like, this wall here. I have no idea what to do with this section. Could get another retaining wall in here, but I don't know. I'll figure something out at some point. That might not be today, I gotta be honest. You guys are back again? I literally just killed you like a day and a half ago in game. What are you doing? Get off of the house. I don't know if I'm gonna work on the pathway right now. Kind of all pathwayed out after doing that. I do think I just want to work on the council hall in general though next, because I need to do the inside. I've been kind of dreading it. I've been putting it off, but it needs to be done. That's a problem for me tomorrow though in real life, because I'm tired at the moment, man. I started my new job this current week that I'm recording, and I'm sleepy. I've been having to actually go to work again. If you guys did not know, I had the entire month of October off. I was in the process of switching jobs and it just worked out where I got an entire month off. I was fine with that. I could commit to YouTube for 1 whole month. That's why the episodes were like weekly in October. They're probably going to go back to like bi-weekly, and that doesn't mean twice a week, once every other week. I'll probably go back to that kind of schedule, maybe a little bit longer than that, especially since I'm trying to get accustomed to this new job. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is I'm pushing my problems off to me tomorrow, and I'm sure I'm just gonna love that. I'm gonna be so happy that I didn't work on that council hall today. Just Shram tomorrow. Tell me how you're feeling. Wouldn't it be really funny if I just didn't remember how I ended the audio for this section and I just started talking like I didn't actually segue into anything? Like if I just started talking at some point, and I'm trying to make a joke again where I cut myself off in the middle of the sentence, but I feel like that's been a little bit overdone. I mean, I did it before in these videos and people kind of tended to like it. I don't think I'll do it again. I'm now level 33, and the reason for that is I spent a good bit of time in the Nether gathering quartz. I think I want to use this for the interior of the council hall, and I also wanted to gain some levels, so I figured I would do both at the same time. I did, unfortunately, die again, though, at level 26. That really sucked. I got smacked up by a baby zombie piglin. I accidentally hit a zombie piglin when I was trying to hit a regular piglin because I didn't bring gold armor into the Nether, and then they all charged me. I got into a little hole, and then a baby got in and I died. Unfortunate, but I did get all my stuff back and I was able to get up to level 33, so it wasn't all that bad, honestly. I also did find a piece of ancient debris, which is incredibly random. That was early on in my trip into the Nether. That was before I died, actually. I was mining up a vein of quartz and there's a piece of ancient debris behind. But with these 33 levels, I would like to enchant 2 things. I'm trying to figure out what I want to enchant. I think it kind of depends on what's guaranteed. I do want to bring another diamond pickaxe. I think I have enough diamonds to make one more. I do. It only leaves me 2 more diamonds left, which is kind of not great. I should probably also make a shovel. Yeah, I'll make a shovel, leaving me 1 diamond. And that's not what I want. That would have been bad. Diamond pickaxe. Yes, okay. I want one of these, and I also want a shovel. But we have a full set of unenchanted diamond armor, so I'm going to check all these pieces. I also want to check a pickaxe, and then kind of go from there. All right, so let's see what we're guaranteed. Unbreaking 3 on the pickaxe. If I can get like prot 4 on any of these pieces of armor, I'll probably take it. Nothing has prot 4. I suppose let's check a book. Bane of Arthropods, definitely not. I might just send a pickaxe and just hope for the best. Fortune 2. Okay, Fortune 2 is not that bad. And then Efficiency 4 on the next one. Or Bane of Arthropods again? I'm torn between the axe and the shovel for Efficiency 4. I don't think I'm going to take any of the armor enchants because none of these are guaranteed prot 4. So let's just go with the axe. That's fine. Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3. I got that enchant once again. Unbreaking 3 is next on the shovel. Prot 3. Can I get a prot 4 in here somewhere? It's just like all prot 3. And Bane of Arthropods again. I guess, does the book just not change? Or am I getting really unlucky with that? I do want to see if I can get back up to level 30 by breaking my furnaces once again. I feel like it might be close. I've smelted a decent amount of stuff since I last did this. And let me take another sleep quick. Nah, unfortunately, that was not enough. I want to keep the enchants going, so I'm just going to fish for a little bit. I don't want to get too distracted. I really want to start working on the council hall here soon. But I do want to make some progress on my enchants today. So let's just do a little bit of fishing until I can get up to level 30. I'll go enchant something, and then honestly, I might do it again to get back up to level 30. I'm still so annoyed about dying earlier and losing all my stuff. I want to get a good shovel back again. And then I did want to enchant just 1 piece of armor just to get something. I need to prevent myself from dying because just base diamond armor clearly isn't enough. Let's go. I just got another name tag. Do we have everything named? No, I don't have the dogs named yet. All right, sweet. So we can name one of the dogs. And I'm just about at level 30. I will enchant something first. Then we'll use the name tag and then probably get back up to level 30 just 1 more time. So here we go, shovel. Silk Touch is actually really good. I would have liked that on a pickaxe, but I will definitely take it on a shovel. That's a great shovel. Hopefully I don't die again. Give me prot 4. I mean, I'll take prot 3 at this point. And let me check a shovel. It's efficiency 4. Okay. The reason I checked the shovel there is I'm pretty sure that would be the same enchant on a pickaxe if I were to try to get one again. So if I saw Silk Touch or if I saw Fortune 3, I'd probably take that first. I guess I'll check a book. Is it going to be Bane of Arthropods again? No, it's actually looting too. Let me use this name tag really quick. Let's do Phantom for one of the dogs. So now we have Phantom. This one will be Mangrove. and then middle name Swamp. Of course, maybe I'll put Swamp in parentheses or something. I don't know. But let me continue fishing. Maybe we can fish up one more name tag. That would be kind of sick. Let's use this lily pad. Wait, that's another name tag. Sick. Let's go. We got one more. So we got Mangrove Swamp named then here. I'll do that after I get to level 30 once again. But I'm pretty sure that's everyone. I mean, okay, hold on. Not completely. Because I'm just going to do this. It's a lot faster. We have to name this guy. We have to name my jack-o'-lantern spooky boy. And I guess the skeleton that's over by the council hall. So I'll need 2 new name suggestions in the comments. I didn't actually ask for this last time when I trapped these guys. But for next episode, name the 2 spooky guys. It's another really good bow. Power 4, punch 2. I keep fishing up just like insane bows. I think I've done this like 3 times now. Got another mending fishing rod. That's cool. I don't really need it, but that's nice. But let me go enchant one more thing. Then we can name Mangrove. And then I can finally start working on the hull. What's the best plan of action here? Protection 3 on the chest piece wouldn't be that bad, because that'll at least guarantee some level of protection. I think I want that over Unbreaking right now. I'll do that. Protection 3, Thorns 2. Not great. I do get Prot 4 in the leggings next, which is really nice. That's not amazing for a chest piece, but it is some level of protection, so I don't mind. Let me also check the shovel here. I'm breaking 3. Okay. If that's ever guaranteed Fortune or Silk Touch, I'll probably take that as well. Not on the shovel, of course. On a pickaxe. Piercing 4. Don't care about that. Let me name this Mangrove. I will put Swamp in parentheses. So that is the name of the second pup. Come here, Mangrove. So we got Mangrove, Swamp, and Phantom. Looking great. All right, I think I've been distracted enough. Let me finally start working on this council hall. The first thing I want to do is I want to take some dirt and just dictate exactly where this pathway is going to go. Like, I terraformed over here last episode, but kind of where I'm walking now still looks a little bit weird. I'm probably gonna have to do some terraforming, and the best way for me to start this is just to make sure I know exactly how the pathway is going to like slope down and turn and come back up and all that stuff. So let me run back into my storage room, grab some dirt, and then I'll get a nice pathway down. This is also why I wanted to enchant a shovel for sure, because I'm gonna need more dirt than this to terraform here. But let's get placing. Alright, so I've been placing a lot of dirt, I've been mining up a lot of dirt, and now the area looks like this. I think this landscaping looks way better than it did before. We now have a huge pathway connecting all the way up to the council hall. I also changed like the orientation of the pathway here. Before it was just like a straight shot, but I decided to make it wind a little bit. I think it looks just a tad bit more interesting. I will be working on the exterior of this at some point today. I do think I want to tackle the interior right now, though. Honestly, just because it's Sunday at the moment, and I kind of want to watch some Red Zone, so I feel like just grinding out, like digging back here and watching Red Zone sounds like a good plan to me. But let me just quickly go over everything. So, this little area, I think I want to put another pond here. It's going to be very similar to the pond that we have over here. And I feel like having a big, like, weeping willow tree next to it could be sick. Like leading into the pond. I think that would be awesome. So that's what this area is for. We got it mostly dug out. I do have to still detail this whole thing. If I have time for that today, I will try to get that done. But I just wanted to point out that this hole is here for a reason. And now, yeah, we have so much more room. I can put so many more buildings alongside this path and really populate this whole valley. I think it's going to be sick. I think I'll eventually also fill this gap in because it looks kind of ugly at the moment. I think I want to just complete the mountain. And our skeleton boy is still here, by the way. He's down here. He is vibing. I don't know if you can see him. I actually uninstalled my Fulbright mod, so I can't even turn it on, but he is right here. He's chilling. So that's what the area looks like. Now, I think it looks a lot better than it did before. I will work on the exterior of this, like I just said. We're going to get this area looking all pretty. But for now, I'm going to cut it to another time lapse and just give myself a lot of space for the YouTube members on the inside here. I didn't actually clear out too much on the inside here, but it is now, you know, a nice big room. I do think I'm going to continue going this way, but the hallway is going to get a lot smaller. I'm kind of going to treat this area as like the lobby, if you want to think of it that way. I don't think I'm actually going to have any YouTube members in this spot here, but I do think this is just a nice grand entrance to this whole place. And then as for the actual hall for the YouTube members, I think it'll be about this big, and I'll push this just straight back, honestly, like forever, just depending on how many YouTube members I get. But I would like to work on this initial room here just for a second, just so I can get like the color palette down for the walls on the inside here. I have a lot of this quartz that I'm going to use. I kind of just have to figure out exactly what kind of quartz I want. That one looks pretty cool. I'll probably use a combination of a few. That one's also kind of interesting. I think I'll mainly use this like quartz brick looking block. What is this one actually just called? Oh, it's called quartz bricks. Okay, good to know. The chiseled quartz, I don't know how much I'm going to use that, honestly. And also I have some diorite in here. Probably just get some regular diorite, maybe some polished stuff. I'm not really too familiar working with quartz, but I think I'll start off with like a layer on the bottom of this chiseled stuff. Probably going around the entire building. I'm thinking of using these quartz pillar blocks in the corners here. I think that could be kind of cool. And then I actually think I'm going to throw in the roof now, just so I can kind of get that all figured out. I think the main roof block is going to be tough. Might mix in some like mossy cobblestone and some regular cobblestone as well. I think I'm also going to put a deep slate trim around the ceiling on the inside. I feel like that'll look pretty cool. So just on this section here, and then probably on the far section back there as well. So that's what the ceiling is going to look like here on the inside. I think it looks pretty cool. Should mesh well with the wall color. And I like the deep slate trim on the outside. I just have to do that now on the other side here. But before I do that, just, you know, since I got the design of the ceiling down, let me continue working on these walls. Because I honestly have no idea what I want this to look like. And I'm kind of running out of quartz blocks, not gonna lie. I think just a mesh of these two blocks is gonna look fine here on the inside. I don't know how complicated I want to make this. Let me just work on this one wall, and then I can kind of replicate this to every side. I actually feel like I have a pretty cool idea. So my thought is that since the ceiling here is out of like rocks, like stones and stuff, what if I break the diorite in this way? Just near the top, I start throwing some of this in, and then that'll eventually fade into quartz. Now, let me just take a quick step back, see what this looks like. And yeah, I think I like that. It's better than it just being all quartz, I think. I'm gonna roll with that. I think that works. Makes the top of the walls look a little bit cracked, and that's kind of exactly what I'm going for. All right, cool. I like that. Let me do this all the way around, and I'll also fill in the ceiling. I just want to check in here really quick. I had to gather some more quartz for that interior, and while I was doing so, I got to level 33. So I'm going to go ahead and enchant 2 more things. I kind of wanted to take you guys along for the ride. Probably do 2 pieces of armor, unless I see some enchant on a tool that I really like. But we do have Prot 4, I believe, on the leggings. Yeah, so let's just roll that quick. Prot 4 and Unbreaking 3. Not bad at all. Prot 4 on the boots, Unbreaking 3 on the helmet, and Silk Touch on the shovel. Could get a Silk Touch pickaxe, but I don't think I'm going to worry about that at the moment. I'll take Prot 4 on the boots. Actually, let me check a book. Power 3. Okay, so I'll do Prot 4 on the boots. Prot 4 Unbreaking 3. Certainly not bad as well. Just need, you know, Feather Falling, Depth Strider, all that fun stuff. And let's quickly check out the next enchant. Efficiency 3. That's bad. And then Prot 3 on the helmet. Anyway, just wanted to check in there to do a couple enchants. Now, let me finish off the walls and the ceiling of the council hall. I should hopefully have enough quartz now. So as of right now, I have the walls in like this main area. The ceiling's completely in. And also I dug out this little back hall. And I think this is actually going to be where all of the YouTube members go. I can just kind of extend this forever, depending on how many YouTube members, you know, I continue to get. I don't really know how much decoration I'm going to put on the inside here. It might just kind of remain open for a while. Don't really have too many great ideas at the moment. I do want to get some like colorful block though to put where this stone is right now. I don't want to leave it stone. I don't want to make it quartz or diorite or something. I kind of want like stripped warped wood, but I don't have access to a warped forest right now. And I don't really feel like going to look for one because that could take a really long time with the large biomes that we have working. So I'm just gonna head to the storage room and see what kind of like colorful blocks I have there. I could just use like red or something. Orange wouldn't be too bad. I don't know. I'll figure something out. And then I also need to figure out a floor design. I sort of want to go with like that really foggy glass effect, but I don't really have that much glass. That takes a lot to kind of get that effect to go through. And I have none in there. I want to say I have like 3 stacks in the super smelter area, and that's definitely not enough. So maybe that's something I, you know, put in at some point down the line. For now, I'll probably just fill it in with like stones or something. Maybe deep slate. I think that would look kind of nice. But first things first, let me figure out what I want to use for the wall color. I just want some kind of pop of color in here. Red concrete powder could be decent. Can mix that in with some red terracotta. I don't actually have all that much, but I can make some more. And then also I can make some of this concrete powder into actual concrete. Yeah, so I'll use red terracotta. Use some red concrete powder. Maybe netherrack. I don't really think I actually want to use any netherrack the more I think about it. And then I'll also need a lot of item frames. I've actually gotten a lot of comments asking how to become a YouTube member. And there's a link in the description of every video on this channel. Actually, I don't know if it's every video, but every video in this series. In the description, there's a link. You can click on it, and you can become a Shram lamb that way. It's actually fairly simple if you would like to become one and be named after a block in this world. Like all of these beautiful people who I'm going to move right now. I usually name YouTube members at the beginning of episodes if you haven't caught on to that yet. So if anyone joins while I'm recording an episode, I'll name them after the block in the following episode then. Yeah, I think something like that looks pretty cool. It adds in that pop of color that I was kind of shooting for, so I'll take it. So let me replace this floor with deep slate. Actually, do I have any deep slate? Probably not enough. Actually, this might be enough if I make them all slabs. I suppose we're going to find out. I think this is pretty much all of the interior work I'm going to do for this building today. I will still move the YouTube members over, of course. This build is still giving me a lot of trouble, man. I worked on that interior for a long time. Even though there's not much done in there, it took me a while to even get it to that point. That's kind of another reason why I don't want to add anything else. I've been taking my time on this video, for sure. And it doesn't even really feel like I've made that much progress, you know? I don't have any new buildings or anything. I kind of just like upgraded what I already had, which is of course the plan, but it's tough. I don't know. I started my new job recently. If you guys haven't been, you know, watching the series, or maybe if you just forgot, in an episode a little while ago, I mentioned that I was getting a new job at the beginning of November, and I have started that. So that's why this upload has taken longer than normal, about twice as long. Hopefully it's not 3 times as long. Hopefully I can get it out before, you know, week 3 hits. What did I come here for? The YouTube members, of course. But yeah, I started my new job. I'm still trying to get used to, like, you know, the company and everything like that, and just getting used to my hours and how much free time I really have. It's a hybrid job. Like, some of it's in office, some of it's remote, which is pretty nice. But the days that are in office, it's a bit more of a commute than my previous job. So it's a weird balance I'm trying to find. I'll get down some kind of like recording schedule. I might have to tone down the size of my builds a little bit. I've been going a little bit bigger than I kind of intended initially. So I have to find a balance between like how much free time I actually have. And I also need to find the balance of like the size of builds I'm going to go for. And, you know, how frequently I can get these videos out. That's one of the hardest things about making content like consistently, especially in this kind of space and this kind of niche. It's difficult to... Wait, did that get rid of the name because I placed that block down? It did. Oh no, who was that? Luckily, that's actually a very easy name. I just went back in the in the recording to check. It's just KB, so let me go rename this one. I kind of completely lost my train of thought. But bottom line is, I'm sorry for the delay in uploads. That's a zombie villager. Maybe if you weren't burning, I would save you. But yeah, bottom line, as I'm on fire, I'm sorry for the delay in uploads. I'll probably have a community post about this well before this video comes out. But I'm hoping to get back on the right track. And, you know, trying to pump these videos out as often as I can. This has been a bit of a weird episode, I'm not gonna lie. It has been a very weird episode indeed, previous Shram. It is now Editor Shram. What's good? I hope you guys are having a great day. This video is encroaching on an hour, so for the sake of time, I'm gonna go through the remaining few things that I built in this episode. I worked on the exterior of the council hall. Struggled with it for a little bit, but then eventually settled on this design, which I think is fine. It's not like amazing or horrible in my opinion. I think it's an upgrade. I tried a couple other things out. I tried to make the door like creaking open, but I couldn't get a design I was happy with. So just kind of defaulted to this. After this, I wanted to go through and add some more foliage to, you know, my whole area. I kind of just got lazy and just sprinkled in some bone meal. I did hand place some some little fields, some little flower fields, and some patches of small grass, but for the most part, I just went through with some bone meal. And of course, last but not least, I built a custom tree. That's what I do every episode, of course, still going strong. I decided to go with another oak tree next to the one we built last time. I do want to have like a tree-focused episode where I make a whole bunch of trees, and I think in that one, I'm going to build some trees that aren't normally in Minecraft. But just for today, got a nice oak tree. Think it looks pretty cool. Decided to time-lapse this one as well. And yeah, let me pass it off to previous Shram again to outro this video. Alrighty, the tree for episode 8 is completed. And I think this one's pretty good as well. It fits in really nicely with this area. Incredibly similar vibe to the one we built last time. Slightly different shape, right? But that's kind of the idea here. I kind of went a bit weirder with this shape, and I really like it. Also, I was able to cram a spore blossom up there. So we got, you know, these nice particle effects up here. I think it's actually turned out to be a really cool area. I'm thinking of putting a bunch of these oak trees in this area over here. I'll probably eventually like flatten off this section. I'll probably cover up this giant cave as well, just to like round off this mountain better. But yeah, I think a good big like oak tree forest kind of thing. Not a forest, but like small collection of trees up here would be really, really cool. There is like a little divot in the ground. Maybe I can put another body of water up here. I don't know. But I really like these two trees. I think they're nice. I think they fit together very well. They're actually even holding hands a little bit. So adorable. But that is going to do it for this episode. I know I've said it a bunch of times already, but this was a strange one. It just feels very disorganized. And I think it's a mixture of like what I wanted to do in this episode. There was not really a great plan. It's a mixture of that and the fact that I just started a new job. So it feels like I'm recording very, very sporadically, just trying to get used to my new schedule. But I'll eventually get this schedule down and I'll be able to record more regularly. So hopefully the videos won't take this long to get out. But the next episode in this series, it's not really an episode, but the next video in this series will probably be a big movie where I'm going to compile everything that's already happened into one long, like 8+ hour video. It's going to be a big boy for sure. But then after that, we'll be back to build some cool stuff and expand my little starter area over here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the chaos that was this episode, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.